innovation. We love Bloomsbury Radio.
There we go, all the joys of tactical mistakes there done by me. Hello and welcome to David Jones.
Hello, it's great to be here.
Thanks for being here. Now, just to give this a little bit of context, first of all, hello to listeners, but also hello to viewers on our YouTube channel. So what we're talking about today, David, is a really important event that's taking place actually as we speak for Bloomsbury Institute and its future, seeing the culmination of a great deal of work between Chartered Management Institute that you're representing here today and of course Bloomsbury Institute led by Dr. Marcus Astley. And the whole idea is to ensure our appointment as the first and only higher education provider to be delivering Chartered Management Institute's new strategic sustainability leadership qualification at postgraduate level.
Yes.
Are we there? Right. It's a bit of a tongue twister.
Just a bit.
So Dave, let's talk about, we'll get into all of that in a second, but let's start by talking about your role in CMI and talk a bit about that.
Yeah, sure. So thank you for having me today. I'm David Jones. I'm Policy and Innovation Manager for Green Transition at CMI. So that's basically meant trying to understand what sustainability means to us as an organisation and the products and services that we offer to our learners, to support managers and leaders on their journey. And it's also kind of working with policymakers, national government, regional government, about why sustainability is important, but why it's important for managers and leaders.
Do you get a lot of welcoming attitude to this type of innovative work, or do you get a few blocks along the way as well? Is it a mix?
It's a complete mix. I think there's a general appetite. People know that we have to get to net zero, and generally it's positive. But it's on us to to communicate the message, really, and that's what it's all about. It's that communication.
We're in an education setting. Talk a bit about your education and how sort of you fell into this role, or was this always the dream?
Yeah, so I did a geography degree way back when, and I fell into education, and as I worked my way through, I did a bit of travel with Northumbria University, and ultimately ended up with an interest in kind of sustainability, green skills. So when the role came up at CMI, obviously green transition, it seemed like the ideal role for me to move into, to kind of concentrate.
So you were already in the institution, in the institute itself, but this role. Oh, you weren't.
No, I wasn't. This role came up. I'd worked for Northumbria University, then another awarding organisation, NCFE, where I did a little bit of sustainability work, but the role for CMI was purely sustainability.
Fantastic. And how long are you in the job now?
I've been in the job approaching 3 years.
Okay. And you're still as motivated as you were 3 years ago?
Definitely.
Putting you on the spot. Okay, lovely. Now listen, let's get into then this important event that's happening today to discuss what does this mean to postgraduate students. What just give me the very practical basis of what this means to a student at Bloomsbury Institute.
Yeah, sure. So we find when students are moving into the world of work, sustainability, as we mentioned, has been really, really important. You've got various different legislation, kind of nationally, internationally. So students will learn that. They'll learn about the context, and then that gives them the skills to be able to navigate the business world once they've graduated. So they'll understand what sustainability means to them on their program, and also then how to look and how to make changes within an organisation, how to be agents of change. Yeah,
that's amazing. I love that. And to be taught that at that young level, as opposed to kind of waiting to get into the institute itself or get into business itself to kind of then discover, we need a sustainability angle here. Actually being taught it at that level is very empowering. It
is, and the really good thing about it is it's being built into the program. It's not a bolt on. It's being kind of built in and embedded, and it really gives them the skills to be able to understand that context, but also to ask the challenging questions that they need answers to.
Yeah, of course. So, I mean, this is a very general question now, but I mean, if I'm somebody setting up my own business, what sort of sustainable things should I be? I mean, obviously it depends on the business, right? But I mean, are there kind of generic things that I could be thinking about as a startup, or where would that lie? Where would those decisions be taking place?
Yeah, sure. Excuse me. So if as you're starting up as an organisation, it's what you measure. It's having a plan. It's understanding where you want to get to as an organisation and those steps that you can take on the way. But it's all about measurement. So it might be starting to measure emissions through energy usage. For example, it might be thinking about, well, actually, how do I travel to events? Or my meetings online. So it can be simple things like that, but it's starting to understand the big picture. So it's starting to understand the world of supply chains. So where do you fit within the ecosystem? So you might be a kind of a micro business setting up, you might be an SME, but actually you're going to be impacted by the supply chain. So it's starting to understand that and where you fit within that. And actually some of the steps that you may need to take as an organization initially might need to align to other organizations or to policies or to legislation that you have to align to, which is why the kind of the sustainability work that you're doing here at Bloomsbury is really, really important. You're setting those students up for success.
Yeah, and employability, it's really important, because obviously employers could be looking for people who have some sustainability teaching and some learning that they are able to share with the company. But also I'm thinking, if you're an employer employing people, if you've got something that you can show that you're a sustainable company or whatever, that's going to be attractive, especially to sweeping statement here, but especially to the younger generations.
Absolutely.
Who might care a bit more about this than perhaps the older generations do.
Yeah, absolutely. Completely agree with that. And we're finding that the younger generations actually choose with the heart as well as the head. So they're really kind of purpose driven when they're making those kind of employment decisions. Which organizations align with my values? Which organizations, can I make a difference in when I go there?
Yeah, lovely. Well, listen, we better get over to the event.
Sounds good.
Look, it's been lovely chatting with you, David Jones, Policy and Innovation Manager at CMI. And Dave, did you know that your namesake is Davy Jones and the Monkeys? Did you know that?
I did.
You did. Of
and
course
I have a locker under the sea as well.
Well, listen, this is just for you. Perfect. Cheers, buddy.
Cheers. Thank you.